What is up, my brothers and sisters? Almost got my voice back. And when I do, it's going to sound like a bunch of beautiful mermaids singing all at one time. So, let me prove a point here. Train accidents. How come nobody's talking about these anymore? Let me prove my point. Also in the news. Do you think you think the government's doing it over here in Andhra Pradesh? Don't even know where that's at. I think it's just a third world country and maybe they have bad tracks. Or maybe they don't keep maintenance up with their trains. I'm not quite sure. Or perhaps a child left pennies on the rails or something. I don't know. Or they threw some rocks at it or something. I don't know. Broken rail caused fatal Colorado train derailment that collapsed bridge 2 weeks ago. 1 week ago. Train derailment in Hazlitt causing backups on Monday. How about 2 weeks ago? Truck driver killed in train derailment near Pueblo. Colorado's I-25 is partially closed after a coal train. They're not talking about all the pollution there, though. And it was on mainstream news. Janesville PD. People asked to avoid portion of West Centerway after train derailment. I'm assuming because there's more chemicals and pollution. Emergency crews responded to train derailment in Janesville. Traffic detoured after train derailment in downtown Janesville. Train derailment snarls traffic near downtown Janesville. All of this is mainstream news right here, but nobody's talking about it on YouTube. 2 hours ago, train derailment in southern Wisconsin causes traffic delays. 1 day ago, corn spills as 3 freight cars derail in East Peoria. 1 day ago, La Porte, train derailment, no leaking products from Fairmount. Interesting. Police asking to avoid area of Janesville due to train derailment. I wonder why. Probably because there's chemicals and all that. 1 day ago, train derailment in northeast Oklahoma under investigation. 1 day ago, train derailment in Washington. So that's like 5 states. And 5 derailments in 5 different states. So there's Elk Grove 3 weeks ago in Chicago. I saw Texas. I saw Janesville. I saw, Colorado. There was Washington. 5 different states. And not a word on YouTube. How about warehouse fires? Let's try that real quick. Let's see how many warehouse fires there were. Warehouse fire today. 2 days ago, fire rescue personnel battle warehouse building fire west of Boca Raton. 3 days ago, Australia. 3 weeks ago, crews contained 2-alarm fire at Oakland warehouse. Amarillo, fire department reports no injuries. Warehouse facility total loss. Interesting. 1 week ago, fire breaks out at Stop and Store storage warehouse holding 300 e-bikes. Go figure. 3 weeks ago, fire crews battle warehouse fire behind Antioch Police Department building. 1 month ago, West Memphis warehouse still burning 3 days after fire. 2 weeks ago, 1 year later, the Morton Avenue warehouse fire. 3 weeks ago, 4 died in Irwindale honey oil lab fire. That doesn't sound good. 3 weeks ago, 4 men dead after suspected honey oil in Irwindale warehouse. 3 weeks ago, fire burns vacant warehouse in Oakland's Fruitvale. Interesting. 2 weeks ago, Morton Avenue warehouse fire. 1 year ago. 1 month ago, West Memphis warehouse. 1 month ago, West Memphis. 1 month ago, nearly a dozen crews respond to warehouse fires. Chester County, Oxford. Fire tears through warehouse and businesses. But yet not a word of any of this on YouTube. Nobody's talking about it. You know why? Because all of that news was distractions. They want you to believe it's the government. They want you to look this way. They want you to look that way. They want you to think it's weather manipulation. They want you to think it's lasers. Everybody's on the war right now, though. So you're not going to hear a word of this and even alternative news. And the funny thing is alternative news was not talking about any of it when or mainstream news wasn't talking about any of it when alternative news was talking about it. Now that alternative news is talking about it, mainstream news, it's always back and forth. They want you to think this, they want you to think that, they want you to look this way, they want you to look that way. These things happen every day. It never was the government. It never was weather manipulation, and it never was lasers.